Good morning, April 15th, 2023. Good morning if you're in the Pacific time zone, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, if you're other places in the world. Why do I feel like I don't have everything quite set up? There I got audio confirmation. I wonder if Baby Beast. There I got both of those muted. Baby Beast is muted. What else do I need to say? It's a Saturday, and this show is titled, can you believe it? Thank you, ChatGPT, Windows Intellectual Elite on Saturday Live. Live stream Saturday. See topics and description, 4/15/2023. What does ChatGPT have to do with the titles? Well, some time ago, I don't remember what the words I were using back then, but I asked ChatGPT for alternatives for that two-word name, and it gave me a whole bunch of names. And I've just been using them one by one each Saturday. This one, intellectual elite. Like, wow, really? I'm going to bring up chat. I'm going to do chat a little bit differently this morning because I feel a little bit pressured to get through both William Dawson and Josh Kinder. Although if they go well, it's probably not going to be too much of a challenge. Something you might start betting on. Place your bets. Wait a minute, I'm already here. How can you place your bets? I guess I am your bets. Place your bets on whether you think we'll be over 2 hours or not today. The tasks at hand, and yes, viewers determine what we're going to do, but in this case, the viewers that are determining it are William Dawson and Josh Kinder. We might get to some of the other topics in the description, or we might not. But those two have requested a session today, so we're going to do those as a priority. I'm going to start with William Dawson because we're doing an image of his old drive to his new drive, so there's going to be some time passing while that image is being created. While that image is being created, well, then we'll turn our attention to Josh Kinder's new computer for his Aunt Mary, which would be replacing the computer that went bad, or yeah, we that whole mess that we had. Was it just last Saturday we did that? All right, so for chat, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the names. I'm not going to read out what everybody said, just to say hello to everybody. I have read through all of your comments. So I know all the comments there, and it's mostly just saying hellos and such. So Chris Garrett, Ida Rivera, Alan Barsness, Josh Kinder, William Dawson, Tim Sowell, Ken Stout, Live. Tony Walla with a $1.99 super chat. He says, good morning. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. And Darren Gilholm, William Dawson again, Black Serendipity, Jonathan, try not to repeat the names, Carl J., Selden Ball, let's see, looking for Mike Wojcik, I think I already said, Darren Gilholm said, Londog, hello, Martin Hogg, Zavi Minor, hello, Darren Gilholm, Larry Wood, hello. Yeah, let's see. Jonathan Speedy C. Ran Israel. Greg M. John Williams. Bobby Warren. So I'm all caught up there. Whoops, here's something more. One Dog to Jonathan says, I'll be having my lunch. It is tomato bisque soup, and I added some very good salsa that I enhanced with some ghost pepper seasoning. I like me tomato bisque soup. There's a little different name to it. Sometimes the stores that I buy my groceries at are out of stock. So yesterday I bought 2 containers of it, and along with a clam chowder. Zvi Minora, I have time. I don't mind a long stream. Okay. All right, so let's bring in the Zoom people. Be ready to mute your YouTube audio. I got to figure out where I have that and start this over here. And I'm going to have to fix the buttons to bring it up. Oh, no, I didn't. It can't. Hello, William. And I'm going to see here if this comes up on stream okay. No, it doesn't. Oh, Zoom came up okay. So you're seeing a black screen now on YouTube. That's okay. Here it is. That's fixed now. Hi, William. How are you today? All right. So the waiting room is not turned on, so people can just jump in. And William is here for us to assist with transferring what's on his 1 terabyte NVMe, I think it is, to a 2 terabyte NVMe. Is that right? Okay. So tell me, they're in the machine, and do you have Macrium Reflect installed? Okay, well, let's get me connected remotely to you. What you need to do is go to the website logmein123.com, and I'm going to try to fix my camera because I see it's doing some automatic adjustment settings. I want to try to stop that, but I don't think I can do it while I have it on. Remind me later for updates. And it is this camera. Will it let me make adjustments? I don't think so. I'm going to have to duck out of Zoom before I can make those adjustments. Coming back to William and get a new session on Log Me In Rescue. When you get to the website, it should be asking you for a 6-digit code. No, that's not the right site. Type in the website again, logmein123.com. Oops, can't hear William. All right, I'll fix that.
I'm here. I got it.
All right, so it's asking you for a 6-digit code?
Yes.
Okay, that code is 415955.
415-955. Okay, start the download.
Yep. When you start the download, I get an indicator on my screen because it recognizes you've started it.
415-955. Code
No, I think you said the numbers wrong. 415955.
Okay. That's the problem. Numbers. Sometimes I could go their own way.
They have a mind of their own, sure. That should have downloaded the file, and you'd have to click on the download to launch it.
It's starting.
The chat room is telling me they can hear you now. I had a setting wrong over here. I'm going to catch up with some other chat. Jim KJ3N. Hello. Lawn Dog is clam chowder and tomato bisque soup are my favorite. Very good choices, Doug. Central working too hard. Hello to you. Jonathan Wintermute, Greg M. People tell me about they couldn't hear. William, Bobby Warren.
Okay, if you click OK in this, it says user account control is enabled on this PC. Please click OK to allow rescue.
Do that. Okay.
It's going.
All right. Here I've got a waiting indicator. It's waiting for me to right click on your name and click start. Now you might have another prompt on your side. I click to restart the...
Right. Log me in rescue.
Answer yes or allow, whatever positive answers are in front of you.
All right. Yes, go. Why does Windows put so many questions to answer?
To protect you. Microsoft cares about protecting you. There, I got a launch remote control session. You might have another prompt.
Yes.
William, did you just hear me clear my throat?
No.
I'll take that as a no. That means my mute button worked for both Zoom and the stream. Okay, so there, we're seeing your screen now. Do you see the mouse moving around on your screen?
Yes.
That is me. I'll make that full screen, then bring my keyboard and mouse over here, and I'll be watching your screen through XSplit. And there's your Zoom. It looks really weird to the audience on YouTube right now. I'm going to minimize that. And that gives you a thumbnail image of me, but does not let you see yourself. I'm going to drag that thumbnail down here to where it's hiding beneath my picture-in-picture, which you don't see on your screen, but you do see the Zoom. You see me through that Zoom picture. All right, then I'll minimize.
A little bit.
Say again?
I've been playing with DaVinci a little bit.
DaVinci. All right. Well, I'm not going to talk with you about that now because we want to get this task moving. Let's see. You said I'm going to hit the Windows key and then type reflect and confirm that you have not actually installed it, but you said you downloaded it. Did you download the free version?
Yes, the one you had a link for.
All right, I gave you a link for that. And I think it's the link that I think the one I gave you is the one that
you want to go down. It's in downloads.
Yep. I believe it's the one that Zavi Manor graciously gave us during our last session. And it's really tiny here for me to see on that screen. So I'm going to look over here. I'm looking at the downloads folder.
That's not downloads. That's just the recent view files.
Oh, well, I clicked downloads on the left-hand side, but I see the title of that.
You go up to the where it says quick, next to where it says quick access and up arrow.
All right. Then
this PC works on what gets to access on mine.
I did not understand that. Say again.
This PC is the picture of the PC screen when you get there. Up the third one over.
Okay, there's the downloads.
Do
you see it on there?
It's in 411 date range.
Let's see. I'm going to go over here. And
maximum in the bottom, very bottom, said 411.
Oh, there's, okay, it looks like a folder. Looks like you've got a few different versions here that you downloaded. This one is the one with the most recent date. Reflect home setup. That sounds likely. Double clicking that. English US log next. Clicking next. Modify, repair, remove. So it thinks you do have it already installed. I clicked on the start menu, then click on the letter A. That gives me an alphabet to choose from. I'm going to click on Macrium. And there's Macrium new. It is already installed.
Okay, I didn't realize it installed itself.
Let's see what we have installed. Macrium Reflect Home. License expires 5/11/23. So it looks like you've got a trial mode. This should be a trial mode of the full version, I suspect. And here we've got, I'll glance over to chat once in a while. Here we have a disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, disk 4. And looking for which one is the one we want to clone from.
The bottom, disk 4, looks like. It's got
okay, because of all the partitions, got a C partition. That makes sense. And which one of these is our destination? Here's our 2 terabyte.
100, the 1280 megabyte.
Well, I see this one is a 1.86 terabyte, if I'm reading that right. And there's 476 gigabytes and 953 gigabytes. So I'm thinking it's this one.
Let's see.
And there's nothing on the volume E. Yeah, that's right. I remember you said you created a new partition. So do you agree that it's this one here?
Yeah, that should be the 1.2 terabyte up there. There's a 2 terabyte.
2 terabyte, and it's showing us on this screen 1.86 terabyte.
It's about right, thing for the numbering system.
Yeah, we never get to see the full number, as satisfying as that would be. So our choices is we could clone the disk from this one directly to that one, or we can make an image file, then restore it to the other one. I'm inclined to do a clone, which is usually not what I do. Now, are you intending after we do this clone to open up the computer and move the drives around and then actually boot on the 2 terabyte drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's no big deal.
Yeah,
it takes maybe 10 minutes to move them.
Okay. Ran Israel, I agree. I can barely read the text myself over here. You know what? I'm going to consider something here. Windows key D to minimize all the open programs. And right click on the desktop, display settings. Your resolution is 1920 by 1080. Change the size of apps and text. Let's try going to 150%. I'm just going to minimize this window. Let's see if that helps us there. Yeah, it didn't. Okay, one other thing before we do this. Since we're cloning from your live up and running disk, I'm going to cancel that. This was the other setup that we started doing before we realized that you already had it open. See, we have Zoom open, we have folders open, we have Chrome open. We don't need Chrome open anymore. I'm going to simplify what your computer is doing right now. There we go. And then choosing clone this disk. Move that bus, clone this disk. Select a disk to clone to. We got all the check marks there for each of the partitions. Now we're only offered 3 disks that we can clone to because we can't clone to the one that we're cloning from. And here's the 1.86. That's an easy way for us to recognize which one. Then I'm going to go into advanced options and look for options to, we got verify file system, rapid delta clone. It only copies the difference between the source and the target. Enable SSD trim, find, perform. We're not going to select perform a forensic copy. It would take longer and it would copy all of the empty space. We have an option here to send an email when we're done because you're on the trial version of the paid, trial mode of the paid version, even though you haven't paid for it. Okay, got everything there. Click OK. Ran Israel saying maybe I changed the scaling on the wrong monitor.
I think he did. I think he want monitor 1.
All right. Guess I didn't need to click to do that. Open display settings again.
1 or 2 is what I think you.
Okay, there's my, oh yes, it's at 25. Yeah, it's at a very high resolution. That's what it was feeling like to me. So let's change to 1920, 1080. Keep changes. Alt tab. That's better. How about in chat? Can you read that now? I'm looking back in chat to see if anybody's got other comments here or questions before we click the next button. Seeing chat message, not reading them all again because I'm trying to get things rolling a little bit quicker today. Jesse wants to know when your 9 a.m. Fortnite stream starts. I don't have a 9 a.m. Fortnite stream. Oh, his time zone. Well, today's Saturday, so Fortnite is later today, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, yes, I haven't fixed the time on today's Fortnite stream. That's why they're asking that. Has a partition on the destination drive. Yes, he does. He made the partition. We're just going to ignore that. Much better in Israel. Unformatted partition. Yeah, William made that partition.
I just threw the format on it just to see if the drive is any good before we got started in case there's any problems with it.
Sure, if you couldn't create a partition on it and format it, then it's not going to work well for us, is it? So that's fine. And I've already checked advanced options. So then we'll click next, copy partition. So here, when I click next, it's going to copy these partitions down to here, but we're going to be on the next screen. So we're not going to see that. If we want to see how the partitions lay out, which we do, we can click copy partitions here. So I'm going to do that. We can then select exact partition offset and length or shrink or extend to fill the target disk. Since the target disk is larger, we want to extend. If I just clicked next, then it would not be doing that. It's just going to, I believe it's just going to copy them at the same size. So we're going to click here, and then we would be able to see that now the partition that's in the C drive section here is showing 1.86 terabytes that's going to have. Is that what you want, or did you want to split this up into?
No, we just keep it this one.
All right.
Keep it simple.
And then click next. It allows us to create a schedule here. We don't need to do that. We want to do this now because we are an impatient lot of people. This is showing us the detail about what's going to happen. I don't need to read through this. There's rare occasions when I will read through it. We don't need to save the backup. We do want to run the backup now, because now it's thinking it's a backup definition file, but we're actually doing a clone operation. And the name that it was going to give to it was called my clone. All right, and then click OK. All target volume data will be overwritten, confirmed to proceed. If you just click continue, it looks like the continue button is available for us to click on. But if you do that without clicking on this checkbox, I think it just comes back to the same window. I'm going to try that. Continue button, and it tells us data on the listed volumes will be overwritten. So here's where it's forcing us to confirm that. If I had put the check mark there, we wouldn't have had this extra question. Still wants me to do the check mark. All right. Now continue.
Particular, isn't it?
Yeah. So those different portions of the job we saw was each partition is a different portion of the job. So there's operation 2 of 5, 3 of 5. Now 4 of 5 is going to take longer because there's more content there. So it's already done those first 3 partitions, working on the 4th partition now. All right. So we're going to let this run, William, and I'm going to turn my attention to Josh. Josh, are you going to come into Zoom? Take a look at chat room. Jeff Ryman, Jonathan, people saying hello to each other. Ken Stout is home now. And hello. So all caught up there. Yeah, Josh Kinder said yes back here. Yeah, come on into, there he is, coming into Zoom now. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Doug. I'm currently on my way home.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then why don't you, if you're watching on YouTube, I think you could go ahead and step out of Zoom and come back in when you're at home, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks for checking in. Bye.
All right.
All right. So, William, it's just you and me. What are we going to do now? I thought this was going to be such a challenge to get all jumping and hopping this morning. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about?
And when I put the 1 terabyte back in the other spot, it just reformat it, right?
Oh, the 1 terabyte. Well, you're going to put it into the second slot, and so then you want to use it as a second drive on this computer. Yes, you can reformat it. I would give it a little bit of time to make sure everything's working okay first.
Yeah, have the backup in case something happens.
Yeah. Hello, Ken Stout.
Hello, Doug. Can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you.
I didn't have to mess with any settings today. I am going to shoot you an email and try my best to explain a situation that involves YouTube chat. I had a gentleman was chatting on my live stream the other day, and people were answering me, including myself. I went back and looked at it last night, and all his chat that he put in are gone. Everyone that responded to him by his name, it's still there. It says at, for example, William Dawson, blah, blah, blah. All of William's chats are gone. Do you have any idea how that might have happened?
Well, if that person got blocked from your channel, that's the way it's supposed to work.
I did not block anyone.
He didn't get hidden from your channel. All right.
No.
Okay. Now you do have other moderators that are capable of hiding him, and it could have happened without you noticing. So you'd have to go into your channel, your community tab on your channel, and see if he shows up in the block list. Have you checked that?
I can do that right now. Actually, I only have 2 managing moderators. That's you and BH Ringer, and I don't think either one of you would have done it without.
No, you don't. You don't have to be a managing moderator to hide somebody on your channel, I don't think.
Well, the way I understand that is if you hide them while you're watching it, you're just hiding them so that you personally can't see them.
That could be. That could be. I remember that topic coming up somewhere along the line, and I haven't tested it through. But yeah, just go check and see if he's in there.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
And I think he could have removed his own comments from your channel.
Possibly, I thought about that, but wouldn't it say, again, I'll pick on William, wouldn't it say William Dawson message retracted or message removed or whatever it is?
Only while you're doing the live stream, but if you look at it back at it later on playback, you won't see it at all. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Oh, I got to remember how to get to see who's been blocked.
Greg M says, I would not have both of those drives in the computer at the same time when you reboot after the cloning. Agreed. Yeah, that's a good point, William. Just don't swap the drives. Take the old drive out and put the new drive in the location that you want for your boot drive. IO Hank says, anyone with mod status can hide from everyone. Yeah, if you don't have mod status and you select to hide somebody, it would only hide from you, I would think. If you hide someone being moderator, that person is hidden from everyone. That makes sense. Greg M is saying it's someone of a result of hiding him. Now, does that just hide him during that video, or does that make him a blocked person on the channel? So I've highlighted other people's comments here, but haven't read through everything. Come over here and say hello to Jim. Hello, Jim.
Hey.
All right. Then, Ken, did you find your way to that?
Yeah, I'm going through the blocked list right now.
All right. I'm going to come back to William's computer, show the progress. We're at
57%, 58.
Yeah. Notice there's a difference between current progress and overall progress. We've got a fifth operation to go to. So the fifth operation, I don't really trust Macro and Reflect to be accurately telling us that it's going to be 1% more than what the current operation is taking. But that would be the difference between these. The current process is referring to operation 405. Overall progress, there's also a verify sequence that I think it's still going to go through. So even though this looks like we're 64% done, I think we're going to see some more operations coming up. I think. Now, let me give a little disclaimer here. I very rarely have done clone operations. Even when I'm upgrading a computer from an old drive to a new drive with higher space amount, when I'm doing that for a client or even for myself, I typically make a backup file to an external drive and then restore to the new drive because I want to keep a backup file around here for a while. If I just do a clone operation, that doesn't leave me with a backup file. Greg M saying it hides the person from the channel. If you keep beating those ghost peppers, you'll become a ghost yourself. That's between Jeff and Lawn Dog. Ken Stout says this is a test. What are you going to do there, Ken? And he retracted it. So now it shows up on my screen as a retracted message, but I'm 99 Kens certain, 99 out of 100 Kens certain that if we look at it on replay, we won't see this line at all. We won't even see a message retracted. Tony Wallow retracted a message before I even registered in my eyes what it is.
So I did find him, and he is still a moderator, a standard moderator. So I guess what concerns me is you do see when you retract a message, it says message retracted. Unless he did that when the stream ended in that 1 to 3 minutes you have to still chat, he never retracted it or took away any messages during the stream.
Okay.
So that's
now,
odd.
You just retracted the one message. So the person who retracted messages was a moderator on your channel?
Standard moderator, yes.
Okay, so other moderators, I don't think, can hide him from the channel. Because they're peers to each other. They shouldn't be able to hide other moderators.
I can remove Jeff Ryman. It says go to channel report, remove. And I just clicked on Jeff's.
You're not a standard moderator.
Oh, that's true. I forgot
on your
about
channel.
That. Right. No, I'm talking about Jeff on your channel. I clicked on the 3 dots and I have go to channel, report, remove, or put user in timeout. And I clicked on the 3 dots. But I'm not a standard moderator. You're correct. Or put user in timeout. All right, Greg, turn your YouTube off.
It was me. I got it off. No, I was just going to comment. Now look at the 3 dots on Ken's, and I can do block yet, it says. And
I think that would be blocking him from you so that you don't see him.
Right.
Okay.
You want to test that, Jeff? Block me, and I'll put a comment in and see if you get it.
All right. So. Okay, if you block this person, you won't be able to see their messages. They won't see your messages either unless you post to a channel where they're a moderator. So since we're both moderators, this may not be a good test.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you don't, that's not hiding him. That's not hiding him from the channel. Now, William's just reaching 100% overall progress and current progress at 99%. They were inverted. Now that it immediately opened a File Explorer window because that drive is now available for us to look at. And we've got clone completed in 11 minutes, 23 seconds. Got overall progress 100%, current progress on 100% with no green in that bar. That's interesting. So that is completed. Oh, then we got the green bar once I clicked on that dialog window. Now, there's a piece of this that I'm wondering if somebody in chat might have more recent experience on this than I do. Is let's go click on the new drive here. When you're cloning from one boot drive to the new drive that's going to be a boot drive, it seems to me there's some times when you need to do that fix boot menu option. And it's not even here. Create rescue media export, check for updates, VSS. Yeah, that fix boot isn't even on here. All right, so I don't know about that. Now, are we on, this license expires, so this is a recent install. That must be a current version of Macrium. We're done there. I'm going to close that. Close this window. Close display settings. So now, William, you could go ahead and shut down the rest of it and shut your computer down and take out the old drive, leave it out of the computer, put the new drive in the position you want it to be in for booting the computer. Start it up and see if you can get back in with us. Now, do you have a way to connect into the Zoom session, William, if you fail to reboot, if the computer fails to reboot?
You have a cell phone.
You have a cell phone. Okay. And you have the link for the Zoom session available to you on the cell phone?
I haven't put it in, but I also still have the original drive if the other one doesn't boot.
Yeah, if the new drive doesn't boot, you can just put the original drive back in place so that you can get back in with us. All right, so we're going to leave you to that, all right?
Okay, sign off and transfer drives.
Yep.
So just hit the X on the remote software.
Hang on a second. Let me consider that. No, let's not do that. Let me tell you my thinking on that. We just created an image. This is going to be an interesting thing. We just created an image of your drive while I am connected remotely to it. So when you boot up the computer on the new drive, it should think that you still have a live connection with me.
Okay.
Comprende?
Okay, just exit the Zoom, turn it off, transfer drives, and try to get back on.
Yeah, we're not going to end the remote connection. So it'll be interesting to see when you start up with the new drive in place, if the remote connection automatically comes up live. I'm not worried if it doesn't. I know how to, if we need to fix a broken link there, I can do that.
Okay. Give me a few minutes to get everything carried out here.
All right.
I got a few covers removed.
Okay.
Bye.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Bye. So he's out of Zoom. And I'm just bringing up moderator list to see. Yeah, here's Ken Stout is a managing moderator on my channel. He's the only managing moderator. I just realized I've never sent you a paycheck for that. Not that I'm going to. Oh, Gary Weisenberger's here. Hello, Gary.
Hello. Quick comment on Ken's thing. When he deleted his message, if you go back, if you go out of YouTube, come back in, it's gone.
Oh, that makes sense.
There.
I would imagine also if you just refresh the page, it would disappear.
Yeah, that too. I rebooted for something else. And number two, if the person is deleted off YouTube, all their comments are gone. And I've done that.
If the person is deleted off YouTube, you mean their account deleted from YouTube?
Yep. All comments go bye-bye.
Okay.
So there won't be an account there.
All right. I'm not even aware of how to delete an account from YouTube. Can you
I don't know what the whole thing is, but if it's gone, if your account's no longer there, however it's gone, it's gone.
All right. I also know that if you block somebody from your channel, their comments on all of your videos will be gone. I think chat comment, I think that goes for chat comments and comments and the videos after the live stream is over. Let's see, I got to read your comic there. Hard to swallow pills. Windows 11 is not worse than Windows 10 anymore. I haven't heard very often that people talking about how much we resisted Windows 10 when it came around.
There's people still on Windows 7.
Oh, yeah.
Not very bright people, but people.
Well, when I come across them, it's normally for there's some special reason.
I know some dentists that still have it because their panoramic machines are still on. Most of the panoramic X-rays are still on Windows 7.
I think I'm checking on chat to see where I'm at. Let's see, Black Serendipity. If you block someone on channel, all channels are affected. No. What? If you block someone on a channel, all channels are affected. No, you'd be blocking them from one channel, not all videos are affected.
Doug, when I was going to block Ken and I hit the block, and it, of course, has a message first. That's consistent with what the message said. At least that person won't be able to see yours on any channel unless they're a moderator. Maybe some of that's a one-way thing. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. So you're saying if you block somebody so that you no longer see them, you won't see them on any channel. I agree with that.
Right. Okay. When I click on block, and I'm picking on Lawn Dog. I'm not going to actually block him, but I'm just getting the message.